All right. Uh-oh. Here we go. What's going on, YouTube? What's going on? And not Twitch, just YouTube. I'm doing this offline. I'm not live right now. Anyways, what's going on, YouTube? I saw this video and I wanted to kind of give my reaction about it. Content creation game has gotten scary. The Gamer 2323. Wanted to try to give my shot at this. This video is gonna be more of like a mindset thing, a mindset shift to try to change it up or like kind of I don't know. I'm just gonna throw my 2 cents at it. I found it in my timeline at some point, and I thought it was like somewhat interesting. So I thought I'd give my 2 cents about it. And with some recent mindset shifts and some mindset changes and stuff, I thought I'd try to give my own shot at it. Anyways, let's yeah. If you see this on my channel before you see it on his, this is him. Go follow him. Go give him a like. I haven't actually followed him. I'm gonna follow him now.
Bruh, I have
Bruh.
been wanting to record this video for quite
I'm not
some
trying to
months
jump
now,
ahead.
but I keep on like putting it
I'm not trying to
off. I'm
jump
just
ahead.
like, bro, just
No, what have I done? I've been doxxed. Doxed myself. I'm
bruh,
cooked.
I have been
Here we go.
wanting to record this video
Doxed.
for quite some
I'll
months
probably
now,
cut
but
it.
I keep on like putting it off. I'm just like, bro, just record it now while I got like the motivation for it and the energy for it.
That's me. Like, I don't know, man. I mean, I was on vacation like all last week, so before that, I don't have any excuses either, though. I don't know.
So that's why I'm recording it right now. And also, pardon me if I like make like pauses during certain points. I'm recovering from like an ear infection, and it's just kind of weird
tough.
talking at some points and like hearing a slight echo of my own voice in my head. So
Yeah, that's tough.
excuse me for that.
It feels weird. It feels weird. It's kind of like when you have like water in your ears. If you go swimming, we just went swimming last week too. Like getting water in your ears, and it's like you can almost kind of simulate it with headphones, like noise canceling headphones that just completely cover your ear. You can hear yourself inside your head in a weird way.
Content creation.
I know what you mean. Anyways, yeah, content creation. Yep.
Was never supposed to be like this. It was never supposed to be like this. Like, I remember starting out on YouTube back in like late 2008, 2009. This jump was something like you did for fun. Like, it was kind of like an awkward thing to do at that point.
Do you still not do this for fun? That's I think you still do this for fun. I don't think that's gone away at all. I don't think that's gone away at all. Hang on, my bad. I'm like noticing my own. It's not where I like it. But anyways, you still do this for fun. There's a lot of people that still do this for fun. The only difference is you can make money off of it. But for the most part, it's just doing it for fun. You know. As far as I was a kid back then, probably. Well, what do you say? 2000 something? Early 2000s?
Like late 2008,
2008.
2009. This jump was something like you did for fun. Like, it was
It
like
you still do it for fun.
At that point. If my friends found out back in those days how I was doing like YouTube and uploading vids of myself on the internet, they was like, you're it was like corny,
Man, what's that
like,
laugh?
almost or cringy. It used to be this like fun, awkward thing that you would do. People just sitting in their house, just recording them talk.
Yep. I mean, shoot. He said 2008. I was like a little kid, but shoot, little kids from back then all the way up until now, still sitting at home watching YouTube, and then it's like all the things you watch were just like people just made them for fun. They were just doing. This was like a hobby. The only difference now is that your hobbies can make money too. I think that goes with anything though, because some hobbies can be turned into a business. Art and stuff. Art, designing, whatever else. I don't know. My brain's kind of flashing or like
about whatever
flatlining a little bit. Anyways, but yeah, just like you've always been able to do this for fun.
Interest in games or makeup,
interest in
or
games,
music, whatever.
Yeah, makeup, nails, hair, music, yeah, everything. All your hobbies or things you like to do for fun, you can turn it into a business. You can have fun doing it. You know, you do your thing and you show it off to the world, and if the world likes it, you get liked up.
Now,
And it can still be fun. There are some people that are like, okay, I don't like the fame, but some people like they can kind of deal with the fame, or it just helps their business grow. You know, they even so, you can even grab somebody else to be your poster person for your business. It doesn't even have to directly be you. It can still be fun too.
out
It can be fun for them if they like they like getting the
today, there
attention.
is such a
You know,
different vibe and culture when it comes to content creation and streaming as well, which I'm gonna get into. It's just very different with content creation today. The level of competition you feel, the level of insecurity that even comes with this junk, the level of constantly comparing yourself to others, of them doing the same stuff that you're doing, that comes with this junk. You feel like,
I mean, see, that's the pitfall right there. Comparing yourself to others. The only person, like, no, never mind. I can't even say that. You're not supposed to compare yourself to anybody or anything that you're doing. You're just supposed to be doing it for you, and you're having fun. As long as you're having fun doing what you're doing, don't compare yourself to nobody else. If you're, I say, what gets people caught up is, oh, stop, subscribers, subscribers. I'm not trying to say he has like low subscribers or anything, but views, likes, getting pushed up that algorithm to start generating money and all that stuff. I think that's what really. Hang on. Damn. Ain't do nothing around here, bruh.
you gotta post something every day or every other day just to remain relevant. Now, you never know who genuinely rocks with you versus who's just trying to use you to get to.
Yeah, all that stuff is like, I guess that's true, but it also depends on the environment of the people you surround yourself with, the type of energy you have towards it. What are you really doing this content creation stuff for? What are you really doing it for? Are you doing it for yourself? Are you doing it for others? Are you doing it because you feel like you're putting out value to the world, or are you doing it because you think this is what everyone else wants? See, I'll tell you like this. Like, I'm making this video because I feel like I have some type of value that I can present. I can add to myself and present to the world. Like, something I feel like when you start doing stuff like this, you have to do it because it fulfills something within you. Not because this will boost you on the algorithm or boost you in any other way or anything. This is for me. I'm doing this because something about this, it feels something within me, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm explaining that well, but you know, you're kind of doing you saying all the stuff he's saying is kind of like
To a higher point in whatever they're trying to do. I want
there, everybody else. Comparing yourself to somebody else. You know, competitive, all that stuff. Why?
it to talk about.
Hang on. All right. My bad. Stuff going on in the house. Anyways, let's continue.
Streaming
I don't even remember where I left off.
in particular, because streaming is something that I have been contemplating. Yo, how much longer can I do this jump? Seriously, how much longer can I do this jump? Streaming.
I mean, how much longer depends on you, I'd say. Let me find a way to say this. What value does this bring to you? Because, you know, we're kind of like when we're in this, we're worried about how long can we stay relevant? How long can we stay in the algorithm? How long can we keep this audience? All that stuff. I think that's the problem. Content creation game has gotten scary. It's only gotten scary if you're trying to stay within that sphere of thinking. Like, I need to stay relevant. How long can I do this for? You're so paranoid about staying in the game. You don't have to. For me personally, if it's not adding value to you, then you can't add value to it. You can't If you can't, if this doesn't provide value to you and fulfill every aspect of your life, and you chasing all this stuff doesn't add something to you, fulfill something internally to you, then of course you're gonna fall off. All the content you start making is gonna feel less and less authentic. It's not gonna
Thing
be as
is
real. It's not gonna feel. It's not gonna feel good to you, and it's not gonna feel good to your audience because your audience will notice.
getting to a place for me personally to where some of the fun is being taken out of it, and you feel this like pressure all of a sudden, like you have to be doing more. And I don't want to get this misconstrued with, people not wanting to improve their streams, or like competition is bad. Competition is a great thing. How
Yeah, that's how I felt when I first started streaming. I was like, I gotta play all the hot games. I gotta be good at these games. I gotta, whatever new is coming out, I gotta spend my money to go play that new game. I gotta find other people to play these games with, um, or like other streamers to play these games with. I gotta moderate my friends when I'm in chat with them and all that stuff. I gotta do all this stuff. It's so stressful. It takes all the fun out of it takes all the fun out of everything. Gaming was like my number one hobby for majority of my life. Still still is. I still play a lot. Um when you start adding all these other things to it and all these stressors, all these worries, all these, I gotta stay competitive, gotta stay relevant, all this, you start adding all this stuff on, it stops being fun. It stops being something you do for you. I think that's where it begins and it ends. This needs to be for you. And if it doesn't put you in the algorithm anywhere, if you don't have a big audience, if you're not staying relevant, maybe this just isn't for you. Maybe this isn't your main money driver. Sorry to say.
However, the meta for
That's how I'm kind of like approaching it as like I'm just a regular dude, 9 to 5 type of job. I don't have that much time to play video games all the time. I don't have the energy to stream it all the time. I don't always feel like doing it all the time either, recording, streaming, whatever. I don't always feel like doing it, so I don't pressure myself to do it or pressure myself to get in this algorithm, get this new game. Some of my earlier videos, you'll kind of like see that I made like a planning video where I was like, I'm going to play this game, then I'm going to play this game, then I'm going to try this game. I'm going to play this demo. I'm waiting for this game to come out. Everything within that plan fell apart. The game didn't come out. Killing Floor 3, that game didn't come out. I didn't have money to buy these other games that are all $60, $70. And I have other hobbies that I invest in now. I just like, everything in that plan fell apart. I was supposed to get a capture card for the Switch 2. Still haven't done that. Still haven't streamed the Switch 2. Don't even care about doing that no more. Maybe I'll get around to it when Metroid comes out, but at the same time, I'm not pressed about it. Because I'll do it at my own time when I'm ready. Just like with this video. I meant to do this probably a solid month ago. Maybe less than that, few weeks.
what is now deemed as like top stream content, or like the most popular stream content out there, it has changed. And it's changed because of people like Kai Cenat and
Comparison.
Speed and
Comparison.
Aiden Ross.
Comparison.
And you have celebrities now that stream that have came
Celebrities are much less in this space than that. I don't know. To me, I think real celebrities, like Hollywood celebrities, are like not as big as streamers in the streaming space. But again, the comparison. You're comparing yourself to all these other people to stay relevant, to stay seen, all this stuff. You don't need to do that. Just do you. And if it's getting you by with what you're doing, just keep doing that.
streaming space. And
if it works, it works. If you're seeing some type of growth, that's good. If not, then kind of just coast with what you got, man. Can't have everything. When you start comparing to people like Kai, Speed, and everything, Aiden Ross, whatever, keep comparing yourself to them, but it's like you're never gonna reach that bar. I mean, I'm not gonna say you're never gonna reach that bar, but it's like with that type of mindset that I gotta be as big as them, I gotta be as relevant as them. It's like just when you look at their content, they're not focused on anybody else but themselves and what they're doing in their stream.
And now they stream. Now you legit.
Then they can bring them authentic selves to the streaming platform and do their own thing. And then they just use their streaming platform to create all the stuff that they do create. So it's like, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Feel like you're competing against multi-millionaires that got all this money and all these resources, and they can bring in their celebrity friends on their stream, and here you are in your crusty, dusty ass room saying,
hey man, I mean, we be dusty out here.
All right, guys, we're about to boot up some we're about to boot up Fortnite or freaking Valorant or whatever.
Hate both of those games. But see, comparison. You do you, man. That's all this is about. You do you. Don't worry about what they doing. Of course.
And you kind of are like fighting this mental battle of like, yo, like, I mean, this is what we're supposed to be doing on Twitch, right? Just sitting down and talking to chat and playing games. I've seen recently.
So, supposed to be doing on Twitch. I got doxxed. You know my feed now. Just chatting. Smash Brothers. Gaming. Chatting. IRL special events. There's a lot of gaming on here. But there's no such thing. To me, I don't think there's no supposed to be doing. It's whatever you want. Whatever category. Like, look. I don't know what I'm looking for. Anyways. When you're setting up the stream, there's categories like, oh, is this political content? Is this for mature audiences? Like you're probably watching like a crime documentary or something about something crazy. There's no supposed to be doing on Twitch or streaming or YouTube in general. There's no supposed to be doing any of that stuff. But also, the only person you need to compete against, your own mind. Your own mind. Your own mindset that you have to compete against these other people. You don't have to compete against nobody. The only thing you need to compete against is your, I guess you could say it's like an ego thing, like you need to keep up with these people. Just do you. There's plenty of people that just do their own thing at their own pace. They jump on news that they find interesting, or relevant to their channel or relevant to, their audience that they've built. It's all up here.
With the Kai's a whole streamer university thing that
that was crazy though. Streamer university, but I haven't watched like any of it. I watched him meet. It was 1 or 2 episodes of that where he was just meeting all the streamers and telling them like, "Here's your stuff, go pop off, whatever." But it's like, you gotta think like, even though some of these streamers are like really big and stuff, there's still a whole lot of people that don't care about them. Now, if they walked around, if they streamed all their stuff worrying about, oh, I'm not big, like, that mindset will never change. It will never go away if you constantly think like that. Like, I'm not as big as Kai. Once you get as big as Kai, you're not as big as the next guy. You're not as big as, or you're not growing anymore from this point. You need to get bigger. You need to do more. It's not going to stop. So all you need to do is just focus on what you like to do and what you want to keep doing instead of comparing to all these other people.
all these different streamers. He got like professors that are gonna, I guess, teach them, and then like other people he brought in. I have seen
I don't know if that was like the purpose of Streamer University,
streamers crash
but also again, I haven't watched any of it, so what am I to say?
the F out over not making Kai's Streamer University list. I've seen
Yeah, that
streamers
stuff is
crash
crazy.
out. I've seen streamers have a literally cry on camera
That's true.
about this junk. And I'm like, yo, this junk has gotten real. This junk has gotten real, bro. People are
This, no. The people, yes.
thirsty for an opportunity to make it on these platforms right now. People are willing to do anything
Yep.
to get some type of traction, get some type of clout on these platforms.
Ego. That's the ego. I need this external stuff to help me do all this other stuff. And then I need external validation. I need external things to get all this. It's all external. I don't know that anybody who was crying that they didn't like. Think about it like this: people like Queso. He's a really good, really popping, really funny, really good streamer, and he's not crying about not getting into university, streamer university. He's still doing his own thing. He's still having fun. Chat's still loving his content. Everything, you know, has nothing to do with it.
Right now, and I thought it was going to be for like a month. I found out this show is only for like a weekend, like 3 days, like it's 2 or 3 days.
Really?
And suckers think that if they get on this junk, it's going to change their whole damn like livelihood or something. Now maybe for 2, 3, 4 people.
Streamer University was only that short. It was only for like a few days. You know,
Maybe.
people were thirsting over that. That's crazy.
Who knows? Maybe. I hope. I truly hope it does. But all the suckers that get on this, I don't know if it's a show or a stream, whatever. You cannot think like just because you make it into this thing, your Twitch career is just about to blow up. Like it's just about to blow up, and all of a sudden you are going from getting 1 or 2 viewers and plus Mubot. And then all of a sudden, you getting 1,000, 2,000, 50,000 plus viewers just because you made it into Kai Cenat streamer.
Yeah, like I didn't know it was only like for a few days, but also that's not that. As far as I understood it, that was not the point of Streamer University to just take some random streamers and just randomly blow them up. They were already big enough and doing their own thing and making their own livelihoods off of their own stuff, and they were just kind of like networking them together. Maybe they would find friends within and just start making friends with each other, you know. As far as I understood, that's kind of like what it was. Maybe they would do collab streams and they'd make new friends and all that stuff. They already had their own stuff.
It's crazy how like competitive and how like desperate people have gotten to make it with this content creation stuff. Like all of the people that are trying to get into this junk now, I've talked to so many people that are trying to get into YouTube or trying to get into Twitch, whatever, and they ask me for advice, and I'm like, bro, I know I've been doing this junk for a long time, but it's not like I'm like mega successful at this junk. I'm grateful for what I built, but I don't have all the answers to this junk. I am literally a guy.
There is no answers.
Almost had virtually. I mean, of course, some people have helped me along the way, but I don't do a lot of collabs. Like I could probably count on maybe 1 or 2 hands the amount of collabs I've done in 16 plus years of doing this junk. I don't do a lot of.
Dang. But also, see, that's how it is. Sometimes you get random people like Kai Cenat or whatever, or Speed or whatever. They're very particular type of people that don't worry about any of this stuff either. Or maybe they do behind closed doors, but it's all about being in the moment and just enjoying what you do now. As long as you bring your authentic self to this streaming stuff, recording stuff, whatever, YouTube, Twitch, whatever. As long as you bring yourself forward and present yourself to the world, in the best version of yourself. I think, sometimes it'll take time, and he's been doing this 16 years. He's gotten pretty good. He's built something really nice here. You know,
Collab. So when people ask me for advice, I'm like, listen, bro.
sometimes it takes time, sometimes it takes hard work, sometimes it just takes being present, showing up, being here for the moments. That's all it takes. Sometimes. Sometimes, like, look, something I heard about, like, Queso, he used to work like a construction job and do this on the side. Sometimes you just need to do that. Do your main job and do this on the side for fun. He's doing this for fun. It eventually blew up going past his normal day job that he was able to jump on this full time. I don't know if I'll do that, but maybe it'll be a consideration like much further down the road. But for now, I'm content with this. I got enough going on.
I'm not. Sometimes I feel like I'm not qualified to even. I mean, I
More than
know
qualified.
stuff, but sometimes I feel like I'm not qualified to give advice because I didn't.
Because he's not Kai Cenat. He's more than qualified to give advice. If all the advice he has is like, oh, just show up. Just be consistent with what you do.
Really
Find your niche or something.
follow what other people do, and maybe that was a little bit to my detriment, but it's kind of just the way that I roll.
It's a little bit of I can understand it. It's a little bit of it might be like imposter syndrome or something too. So
constantly
I can
have
understand.
to have in your head like, yo, does this person actually like genuinely rock with me, or
Sometimes
are they
no.
just trying to use me to get to the next step of their content creation career? And I've dealt with so many people that you think that they're cool with you, and then you find out they talking trash behind your back, but then when you around, they freaking smiling in your face like, hey gamer.
Yeah. I had my run in with people like that. Cut them off. Don't worry about that. Cut them off. Don't let it press you. Don't address it. I'm cool, man. I'm good. Oh, you want to do it? Nah, I'm good, man. I'm cool. Nah, you go. You go ahead and do your thing.
Like seriously,
Nah, I'm a little
it's
busy.
like it's there is a lot that comes.
Sometimes it's like that, and those are the same people you just cut out. Keep that energy away from you. If you feel like they're not rocking with you, if you feel like you don't mesh well, that's fine. There's a lot of people I've talked to, trying to do this content stuff, trying to grow. You streamer helping groups and stuff, and like, oh, we could collab, we could do this. I love making friends. Me personally, I got tired of being in that space. I don't care for that space. I guess it's not that I don't like making friends. It doesn't feel authentic, I guess. And also, I just like my time, and my energy doesn't always mesh with other people that do this for like a lot, or like they stream every day or something. I don't feel like doing this all the time every day, you know.
Comes with this junk,
And also, I don't like sometimes I have to buy the game that they're playing or whatever, you know. Was that game Repo? I had bought that because it was kind of cheap, and also this, one of these streamers are like, oh, we could play this together. It'll be so much fun and everything like that. First of all, it pressures me to spend money, pressures me to be social, and I don't feel like being social. I gotta set up a time to play this game with them, and it's like, man, I just got off a hard day at work. I don't feel like doing nothing but going straight to sleep. Now I gotta force myself to be there, and it's like too much pressure. Too much pressure. Sometimes just too much pressure.
And I feel like the people that are getting,
And I feel like that can easily dissuade you from also doing this too.
Into this junk now, if you don't realize that in 6 months, in 12 months, in 2 years, 3, 4, 5, 6, sometimes, bro, this junk takes a decade plus for you to be able to like really build some traction and start doing some stuff. I've been seeing so many people come into
There's a lot of streamers like that. Isn't Markiplier? He's been streaming since I was a kid. I'm like, dang, man. Oh, maybe I was a teenager. I don't remember. I just remember that Octodad thing. what's it called? Streamers like, or not streamers, YouTubers like Corey Kenshin. He's been doing it for, he has changed so much, over the years. And it's just like sometimes it takes years to build something solid, and that's okay. Just take your time, do your thing, don't rush, don't worry about getting the algorithms or nothing. Just do your thing.
This thing in a few months, like if they don't have a certain amount of follows, they failed. Bro, you competing with literally the whole world now.
Yeah. Let me see if I can pull up one of my. Nah, they're all gone. I can probably pull up one of my old videos. I got a bunch of interesting stuff here, guys. Let's see if I can find one of my old videos right here. By the way, I hate Avowed, but look, that's not the point of this. Anyways, this right here. New followers, the follower goal. I think having stuff like that can set you up for failure. Stuff like that can set you up for failure because it's like I have to reach these goals. Something else I found out on, well, not I found out, but I realized on Twitch is sometimes you get bots that try to sell you stuff. And they'll follow you just to get your attention, to get the notification to play on screen, and then they start chatting with you, and then they start asking you, do you want to buy some art? And then sometimes I could fill up your follower goal, but deep down, these aren't real followers, you know what I mean? Stuff like that, worrying about stuff like that will set you up for failure. Sometimes it takes more time than just doing stuff like that.
Damn phone now, making content from their car, just eating
from their car, from the street.
They freaking cars are ranting, crying about something. You literally competing with the whole world now. So if you think you about to,
the only competition you have is yourself. Stop comparing to other people. I'm not trying to talk crap about this guy or anything, but it's like it's a mindset thing. As long as you're competing with everyone else, you're not gonna have fun. I mean, competition's good, it's cool, but it's like once you're shooting that high, you're kind of like, oh, I'm never gonna do that. When you think about like some of the people he named off, Hysenat and everything, I'm competing with everybody. And you know what? Sometimes a lot of these streamers and a lot of these people that do all these things, they also are the same audience that watches multiple people. They're not the only. You got to think about it. Your audience doesn't only watch you, doesn't only watch one person. They might have like 10 other, 20 other streamers that they also watch. So it's like, that's the other mindset about it. It's like you can share communities too.
Get on YouTube or Twitch, TikTok, Twitter, whatever, and you just about to make something pop in a few months, a year, 2, 3 years even?
Doesn't always work that way.
Baby, you got the game twisted. You got the game twisted. And I see so many new content creators crash the F out.
I mean, how long is this video? It's about double, triple its time. I think we'll call it here. But overall, I think my thoughts on this, it's all a mindset. It's all a mindset. Stop comparing, stop shooting too high. Sometimes you just need to coast and do your own thing. And if it's to happen, it's gonna happen when you're ready for it. When you're ready for it or when you put enough work in. I think that's probably the best way to put it. But anyways, check him out. The Gamer 2323. Man, subscribe today. I kind of feel bad about that. But I mean, his video's been in my watch later because I've been wanting to give my thoughts about it. Comparison is all when you start comparing externally, that's when you start defeating your internal self. Do this because you love it, not because you think this is what you should be putting out for the rest of the world. This is what the rest of the world wants to see. Do the things that bring value to you. Also, that's a cool shirt. I think I know what brand that is, though. Into the AM. Might be. Or it might not be. I just know they have shirts like that. with Space Guy on it. I have a few shirts from them that I want to buy on Amazon. Anyways, not sponsored by them, but anyways, yeah. Like the video, subscribe if you like it. I got some more coming eventually. But yeah. Check me out on Twitch. I stream on Twitch. I do gaming. But yeah. Anyways, I'll catch y'all later.